The Talaria Komodo is a new high-performance electric dirt bike that comes out of the box with track-ready performance. One of the nicest features of this bike is that it has a gearbox transmission, in contrast to the Surron Ultra Beast belt drive system, which can be noisier, especially when chain converted. It's also more robust, as there is far less of a chance that you'll run into any kind of a drive problem on this bike when you're out on the trail. No more breaking belts. That kind of peace of mind comes with a maintenance cost, as the gearbox oil needs to be maintained during break-in and also throughout the life of the bike. In today's video, I will break down the process of changing the gear oil on your Talaria Komodo step by step to ensure that your bike's transmission stays running strong. You're going to want to make sure that the gear oil that you have for changing meets or exceeds the API GL-5 certs. And also you want to use 80-90 weight or 85-90 weight viscosity. Talaria recommends that you do the initial break-in gear oil change around 300 kilometers, and I've easily exceeded that already. So for sure I need to do this thing today. And then after that, I'll change the gear oil roughly every 3,000 km. I have all my tools here on the bench ready to go. So let's see what we need to get this job done fast and right. I have a 100 ml syringe so I can precisely measure out the gear lubricant back into the bike. And I have a small fill hose to attach to the end of that to make things easier. I have a cup for draining the old gear lubricant. I have a torque wrench for the drain and fill plugs when I'm done. I have a 17mm socket and open end wrench, as well as a 13mm open end wrench for the drain and fill plugs. And here we have my GL-5 certified lubricant, 85-90 viscosity. I think this should work. I have 4 liters of it, so for sure will last the life of the bike. So everything's ready to go. Let's get the gear oil changed on this thing. So the first thing we want to do is remove the fill cap with the 13mm open end wrench. Here we have the drain cap, which is a 17mm, and I'll use my socket for that. You're definitely going to want to have your drain cup ready. The oil is going to start coming out, as you can see. And you just want to let it all drain out. Now I just cleaned the drain plug because there's a magnetic piece in the bottom that will collect small little metal shavings. And there was definitely some on there. So you're going to want to really clean that off. Check it the first time you change the gear oil, and you'll probably see that small little metallic debris on it. Now before I put this drain plug back on, I will cycle the wheel a little bit, just to make sure any extra fluid in there will get out. Sometimes when you spin the wheel, you can get a few more drops of dirty oil out. Not too much. Let's get this drain plug back on, get it cleaned up. Nasty, dirty oil. When this oil went in, it was mostly clear. So it's really gotten dirty just in the break-in period. Now let's torque this drain bolt to 35 Nm. The manual says 35 to 50, so I'm just gonna give it 35. I think it's enough. Plunger off, screw the cap on, and let's put in about 90 mLs. That's good. Put this guy on a little bit loose. Flip it. I'll put the tube on right here. Now we can put the oil in the bike. And I'll just slowly fill it. Not too fast. And then maybe when it's about halfway, I'll rotate the wheel a little bit to get the gear oil in there better so it doesn't overflow. And then let's put the fill cap back on. Now the manual says to torque this to 35 to 50 Nm, and that's it. It's that simple. So it's pretty much done and very straightforward and easy to do on the Talaria Komodo if you have the right tools and also the correct gear lubricant. But I'm not done just yet. Now I'm thinking to go out and ride it for a bit, heat up the gearbox, get that gear oil to cycle around a bit. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna drain it again. During the initial break-in period, you can really get a lot of little particles from the gears inside the gearbox. And it's good to flush it out twice when you do the first break-in change. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's go out and ride this thing, and when I come back, I'll drain it, and then I'll fill it again, and I think it's gonna be good. So I just got back from ripping this thing up a little bit, got it nice and dirtied up, and most importantly, I got that gear oil heated up. So now we're gonna do the whole thing over again. Let's drain it, check out the oil, see how dirty it is compared to this clean oil, and we're gonna fill it again with about 90 mLs. Can feel the gear oil is a lot warmer now. You can use this sight window to make sure there's enough gearbox oil. Screw this back on. Just hand tight for now. And let's go check this gearbox oil and compare it with the clean one at the bench. Okay, wow, this was more than I expected. I think it's really a good idea to flush it once when you first do the break-in. Check this out. That's the new fluid, pretty clear. This is the one I just put in. Look at the difference. So yeah, I would definitely recommend to flush at least once or twice after your first break-in gear oil change. Fill it slowly, just like last time. Then maybe when it's about half full, I'll go spin the wheel a few times. Now let's put the rest of the oil in. Gearbox oil change is done, and man, does this thing look sweet. Love this bike. But most importantly, that gear oil is clean now. It took a few cycles, but I got it. For those of you attempting to do the first gear oil change on your break-in, which you need to do around 300 km or 180 miles, it's actually a really easy job to do, like I said earlier, if you have the right tools and everything you need and the correct gear oil. Owning one of these modern, high-powered electric dirt bikes isn't just about riding and modding them or trying to improve your wheelie or dirt jumping skills. It's also about regular maintenance work and upkeep of the bike itself, especially if you ride hard or often. The responsibility to take care of your bike should be taken seriously. Not only will it make your e-bike last a lot longer for you to enjoy, but it could prevent an injury or damage resulting from improper or neglectful work done by others on your ride. Not to mention, it's just super fun and satisfying to do all the work yourself if you're a mechanical nerd like me. With every mod or maintenance job, you can always gain knowledge and a better understanding of exactly how everything works on your bike. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this Talaria Komodo gear oil change video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.